So in the next couple problems, we're going to be finding the square root of various numbers. And right now, we're only worried about numbers that are perfect squares. So remember what our perfect squares are. Remember some of our perfect squares like, let's see, perfect squares. We have 1, right? 1 times 1 gives me 1. 2 times 2 gives me 4. 3 times 3 gives me 9. So these are all my perfect squares. Now if I take the square root of a perfect square, I simply get whatever number it was that multiplied by itself. Right? So this is like 2 times 2. I get 3 times 3. So if I take, say, the square root of 9, I'll get 3 back. And 36 is a perfect square because that's 6 times 6. And that simply gives me 6. Same thing if it's in a fraction. Right, I have the square root of 1/16. And I can think of, well, what number times itself gives me 1/16? Well, both the numerator and the denominator are perfect squares. Right, so that's like saying the square root of 1 divided by the square root of 16. 1 times 1 gives me 1. And 4 times 4 gives me 16. Right? We can think of the square root of 16 is square root of 4 times 4. Okay? Same thing with this problem. We have the square root of 16 over the square root of 100. We can think of that as 4 times 4, 10 times 10. Right, so we get 4 over 10. The only thing is here that we're not simplified, right? So we need to make sure we simplify our answer, and that can reduce further to 2/5. So our answer is 2/5. And here we have the square root of 100. And so we ask ourselves, what number times itself gives me 100? And we know that the square root of 100 is the same as the square root of 10 times 10. So the answer is 10.